All right, anybody with a weak gag reflex, heart conditions, pregnant, whatever, just if this gets turned into a segment, you might just want to skip this one. I watched like 8 seconds of this. Do you guys remember the cringe comedian? The cringe comedian, a video got released of that maybe a week ago. Yeah, you guys know. You know if you've been on Twitter, right? At least if you saw me comment on it. It's the guy. Oh, thank you. It's this guy. I've just and I don't have to pause this for copyright concerns because this is taken from the Reawaken America political conference or whatever else. All right.
You know what a cockatoo is? A cockatoo.
Shu, are you here? Shu, this is who you want us to date. I saw your Twitter poll posting complaining. This is who you want us to date, to be friends with, to work for? This man. This is who Shu wants you to date.
And that's what everyone's become. Little cockatoos staring at the screen.
Facts and figures, facts and figures. Dr. Fauci, Dr. Fauci.
Trust the science. Trust the science.
This is who Shu wants you to have a committed, loving relationship with in her constant drive. Listen, Shu, you won't live in the pod. I will not fuck the Birdman, okay? I will not fuck the Birdman. I will not do it, okay? I will not fuck the Birdman. I will not say hello to the Birdman. I will not piss on the Birdman if he is on fire. No.
Specialist, numbers going up, one mask, two masks, fascinated,
I'm gonna talk about this for the rest of the stream. I want to say, I mercifully gave you guys a short clip rather than going and finding the original source, which I could have and have gotten the whole bit. Thank you. First of all, I just want to say I actually find this kind of refreshing in its honesty, you know? Because this is the conservative argument, right? Like, he's trying to frame it as a joke, but, like, mockingly saying, your facts, your facts, data, like, that is where we are, a little bit, maybe.
Specialist, numbers going up, one mask, two masks, fascinated,
No, this is it, right? Like, it's honesty. It's what is the point of comedy if not to be, you know, honest in the purest form, you know, if not to distill truth down to its fundamental essence. And I feel like this is the conservative argument right there. And I like it and I respect it. Why would you torture us like this? Do you hate us in some way? Well, of course I hate you, but it's not because of that. It's because this guy... Oh, here's the same... Hold on.
Can you talk to me about comedy and why comedy is, or maybe you don't agree, but why comedy is truly one of the last places where completely free speech is allowed?
The jester.
I love that, by the way. Comedy is one of the last refuges of free speech, you know. Now, normally, if you went in public and you said, Fauci, masks, ah! The government would shoot you on sight. They would deploy snipers. But if you're a comedian, you see, like this is these high level ideas can seek refuge, the mantle of comedy. But you know, this is the comedy of a court jester. Okay, he may be all bells and farts. Okay, but he's trying to deliver poignant truths to His Majesty, right? All right, wake up, people.
Was the greatest, most important person since the beginning of time. Because the
Bells and
jester
braps.
comes, he kind of brings his message, people laugh, and then he leaves. And hopefully some people go, hey, what did that guy just say?
He even does the faces when he's doing the regular talking. I do like to imagine that after he leaves, like after he gets off the stage, he's thinking, I think I really got him with that. I hope some of these people wake up. I hope, like he's like, I feel urge to ableism rising. Well, you know what? This guy is wealthier and more famous than literally any of us, unless there are some spectacularly powerful people in chat. So, maybe class privilege sort of insulates except for Sake Tanuki, of course, yeah.
Comedy is the only thing that A, that heals, that B, that can also make you think. And
what about doctors? Or like, whatever.
If you shut down that, and it's the last thing with free speech, which is why if you get, it's like any form of art. You can't just say, hey, here's my new thing. It's called a phone. You're going to have a million different reactions. You can't lump it in one sum and go, we don't like the phone.
He just does this normally.
Just offensive. And what is offensive? I even talk about in the new special. What's offensive? Defining the gender of a potato head toy? Is it going to war that should never be a war and people come home with no legs? Is that offensive? Is that on the front line? There's many, you can't define. Is it food that gives you cancer? Are we going to put what exactly is offensive? So comedy heals, and comedy is the most important element of human existence, if you ask me. It is a.
Does anyone know this guy? Indian Joker. Does anyone know who I'm talking about? Is anyone getting vibes? Yeah. Those who know, okay?
Thing that can heal you from just the worst tragedy in life, the worst sickness you're dealing through.
That's like a July 2020 meme. Sorry. My apologies for bringing you guys a stale reference. I'm pretty sure the I baked you a pie thing is way older than that, but
if you don't have comedy, you're in serious trouble. You need to be humbled. You need humility in life, and that is one of the essence of life. Faith, comedy, you need all that.
Wow, I'm ableist. Oh my god. I really do you guys know that hold on. I'm communicating with memes today because there are so many. Hold on. You know that meme, the like what do you think about this? And the guy is like panicking and he's thinking of two options and both of them are ableist slur. Like the girl runs up and she's like, well, how do you feel about this? And the guy's like, and it's like it's just that's all he. That's the only thing I can think of. It's I feel like my ability to engage in political analysis is being drowned out by an overwhelming desire to just attribute everything wrong with this guy to like his skull shape and just leave it there. Look. All I'll say is this, okay? I do genuinely hate how conceited comedians are sometimes. Dave Chappelle did this shit too, okay? Sometimes you earn it. George Carlin, speaking truth to power. Dave Chappelle kicked ass at this when he was doing his George Floyd bit, the BLM bit, When comedy is being used as a vehicle to deliver criticisms towards institutions or people in power, beautiful stuff. Literally millennia old tradition, should be celebrated, revered. But that doesn't mean comedy is in and of itself always doing that, That it's like the difference between praising, like heroism and like putting on the uniform, Like if a soldier does some crazy like jump on a grenade, like go and like chase down enemy fire to pick up a wounded dude, whatever, bring him back, I'll call him a hero. Fuck yeah, it's some crazy shit, But like heroism isn't putting on the uniform. I think that's what comedians are, A lot of comedians think when you put on the uniform, that's the heroism. It's fucking not. Okay, it's absolutely not. All right. putting on the comedian uniform, I guess that would be the jester hat with the bells. Yeah, that's step one. That's the beginning. That's ground floor. Okay, you got to go above. This is going below. Dude brought a shovel, just started digging. Okay, George Carlin kept walking up and never stopped. All right, you know, Dave Chappelle's wavered up and down the whole time. I feel like you're overestimating the extent to which Dave Chappelle spoke truth to power. I'm telling you, okay? Funny guy he is. Most of the time, probably not, no. The George Floyd bit, I think he nailed it. Really do think that. Anyone who hasn't seen Dave Chappelle's, the bit where he talked about BLM was 9 minutes, I think, or cut out from a broader thing. You should see that. That's easily 10 out of 10 stuff. Barely even comedy, really. Comedic reading of a political, yeah, broken clock if you want. However you want to go with it, that's the job of a comedian, you know. It is true. Unpleasant truths are best delivered in, you know, in comedic bits, you know. Comedy is, what is it, alabaster? What helps the medicine go down? It is a remarkably powerful social tool. Jon Stewart, you know, Stephen Colbert. And I'm not saying, by the way, that these guys are perfect or top of their game all the time. I'm only saying that comedy lets you go down roads you couldn't otherwise. Not alabaster, sorry, castor oil? No, that makes you throw up. Sorry, whatever. A spoonful of honey, whatever. Honey is like sugar. Yeah, honey's liquid sugar. Not really, but anyway, it's really important. It's important stuff. You know, currently I think the best deliverer of this, currently the person who's most consistent with this like comedian's claim to political advocacy, John Oliver. Yeah, perfect. Now, John Oliver, okay. Now, look, there's always going to be a ratio of like politics to delivery, you know what I mean? George Carlin, heavy on the comedy. The truths were in there. You had to bury him out, you know. Oh, the Inside Guy. I can't believe I forget his name. He's a legend now. The Inside Guy. Come on. Bo Burnham. Thank you. Yeah, Bo Burnham. Perfect example. Comedy, truth, honey in the spoonful makes it go down, you know. But John Oliver, okay? John Oliver is like a big brick of politics that somebody's painted comedy on, okay? If any of you watch John Oliver for the comedic bits, then I have several bridges to sell you and also like a, you know, like a key ring to provide you in exchange for all your worldly possessions, because you will not find anything funnier in your life, okay? Give me everything you've got. Sell your clothes, sell your house. I'll give you a key ring and you are going to be happy forever. It's the comedy bits, they don't sell me on that show. Politics though, and you know, if it weren't for the comedy, I don't think people would watch it, really. Sometimes all you need is that coat of paint, you know? Sometimes you really just need that coat of paint. That's me. What if John watches this? What an honor, you know? By the way, I don't actually think that the comedy writing in that show is bad. I think it's deliberately cringeworthy because they prefer the aesthetic of earnest, you know, overcompensation to the aesthetic of genuinely trying to deliver like funny subversive jokes that, if they don't land, are more cringeworthy than jokes which are clearly trying to be self-aware in how cringeworthy they are. I think that they're deliberate in how they go about it. And, you know, different people are going to like it in different ways, but also the sort of self-depreciating, cringe on purpose humor is a good contrast to the political messaging. It keeps things from coming off kind of cringy, you know? If all the jokes are like trying to be really cool and suave and well written and like, you know, genuinely subversive, and then you've got all the politics on top of that, and I feel like just sort of laughing at what a goofball he is, I think it helps. I think it works. Bo Burnham, yeah, edgy political text, great shit. Gotta rewatch Inside, really good stuff. Yeah, the self-deprecation, I think, is important. Yeah, it being self-knowingly cringy makes it come off less preachy. His country segments are so good, though. I don't fall for them anymore, you know? Ever since I did my whole geography runabout, I no longer fall for any of those little bits, you know? It's, you know, he tries to get me like, let's talk about Bolivia, except that's not, and I'm like, yeah, I know, that's Chile, and no, that one is, it's not even, that's Central America, that's, you know, it's Guatemala, it's not, yeah. So I you know, I've Sure. Hey, I took the whole global geography quiz on stream. You know, I got almost entirely correct. Have you done the test recently though? It's been a bit. It's been a bit. Armenia is next to Azerbaijan. Can I play that clip again? I'm sorry, hold on. I love being a large enough figure that if I ever want to find my own tweets, I can just Google it. You know? That's so convenient. Best clip of my stream. Albania is next to Azerbaijan. Retard. No! Albania is next to Azerbaijan. Retard. No! I was drunk out of my mind. I think I was like a bottle and a half of wine down. I mean, that's a lot for me. I'm a lightweight. That was good. Okay, cut the segment. Shh, stop.